This week one NFL picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SGPN.
Hey, what's up, you degenerate gamblers? This is Bill Burr, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers. Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Hot off a little blackjack session over at my bookie, and hello, we're here. Week one's here, which means we'll be in Vegas. Already thinking about sitting in the beautiful Westgate, watching the games. Thinking about how many tickets I've already accumulated over the last 3 months on the games we're about to talk about.
It's great. All the it's like Christmas Eve. All the shopping's done. Gifts are under the tree. It's just time to get to work, baby. Fuck, the NFL is awesome. I love the NFL. I love America. I love the troops. I love whiskey. I just cannot wait. The live, and Ryan, I'm jacked up because we did do our live pregame show playing blackjack over on the Patreon channel, which it was a wild ride. I was down a bunch, won it all back. I left with up $2, which was just an incredible run, and it got the gambling juices flowing. I'm jacked up. I know the audience is jacked up. The chat is lit. I see the wheel, Ryan, the magical wheel.
It's been the backstage.
Spinning. And let's start there. Breaking news.
Okay. I thought that's a good place to start.
You guys did an awesome job signing up for the phrase that pays, which means we were going to give out $1,000 circa future. Fuck it. Let's go. $1,250 NFL only circa future. Whoever the winner is, I will do my best to get a hold of you so we can put it in tomorrow. If not, whenever you get back to me, I'll put that in for you over at the Great Circa. And this is just, it's just awesome. It's so good. I mean, we made it through the desert, Ryan.
Yes.
The last time we were here sitting talking about a National Football League game that just happened, it was the Philadelphia Eagles putting an ass whooping on the Kansas City Chiefs. Not enough people talk about in that Super Bowl. The Eagles were up 34-0. Now stay tuned. We'll see what my model says about the Thursday night game, but I got a good feeling that Cowboys are about to get fucked up by the Fly Eagles Fly.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we are out of the desert.
Yes.
A lot has happened. A lot of people might be coming back for the first time in a while. Sean.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to share with them that's happened maybe over the summer? It's like going back to school. What'd you do this summer?
What are the big things that happened over the summer? Well, we gave out a ton of futures. We did 32 NFL team previews.
Still time to listen.
Still time to catch up. And there are still a bunch of good futures. The division previews. If you haven't entered the free roll football contest, we're giving away more cash. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll. Very simple. Pick every NFL game against the spread. First place is 3,000. Second place, Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, you get 4,000. Winner take all. There is no second place. Make sure that you sign up for this year's. I saw some people that were in the 2024 contest that had already submitted their picks. Do not. I sent a message to that message group, but make sure you sign up for this one so you get the correct link. So you can get in and win 3,000, possibly 4,000 if you're in the Patreon. And Kelvin asked a great question, Ryan. How many submissions were there in total for the phrase that pays? You loaded up the wheel. How many entries did you put into the wheel?
Well, I did go through. There were some people who try to sneak in duplicates. I was kind. I didn't delete both of their entries.
Okay.
But
just the duplicates.
After I cleaned up the kitty, I got the mailed in and faxed in entries on the board. We sit with 400 56 entries.
Oh my God, that's insane. Because last year I think we were
double.
We were like low 200s last year of people that listened to every all 32 team previews. And if you missed it, if you didn't get your team phrase that pays in next year, stick around. But for those paying attention and correctly submitting it, the phrase that pays is "One Sweet Day" by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men was the #1 song in America on January 14. And some people pointed out it should be 14th. 1996, the last time the Cowboys won a NFC championship. They suck. And what is hilarious,
I was squeak in the.
I was kind of I had 2 more words to it's not a very exact process matching up 32 words to a phrase. I will get more creative, probably still shit on the Cowboys next season. But in what has to be a crazy moment, yes, Japan, you did get your entry in. Sorry. Japan's asking, did mine get in? Yes, Japan, we got yours in. Well, in a crazy moment of fate, Ryan, the group that is singing the national anthem, possibly in the ultimate troll job for the opening game, is Boyz II Men.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
pretty amazing. Also, pretty amazing how Peter Schrager basically dropped the bomb on the phrase that pays weeks into us doing it. He just goes on ESPN and basically drops exactly what you said as a nugget as to why the Cowboys suck. Now,
we also said that we were going to give out an award for best in show. There was a bunch of great entries. I know Ryan O'Flanagan, his was pretty funny. The facts entries were great.
We have a new favorite username in the YouTube as well. Rain Slicker.
Rain Slicker. Shout out to Rain Slicker. I missed that. Look at this, Ryan. I don't know if you can go solo on, but this is someone sent this in. And I guess him and his kids cut out all these, a la like a hostage note. If you're listening to the audio, basically cut out all the old letters to spell out the phrase a la magazine. Send it in on construction paper. UPS tracking. This is the winner of best in show. So we will hook you up with a gift card. You guys, he wrote in. You guys are the best. Previews were awesome, and I can't wait for real football. Go Bills. Johnny from prison. So shout out to Johnny from prison. Although I would have went with alliteration, Johnny from jail, but he's a big Bills fan. Thank you, Johnny.
Jail and prison are 2 different things.
Yeah, well, that's true. And he mentioned about how he was trying to smuggle a phone in when he was doing a bid
to listen to us.
Yes,
that's
hooked him up with some gift cards. He's got another gift card coming for prisoner Johnny.
Do you think we have any? Do you think there are any active listeners in the correctional pipeline?
Well, if you are, hit us up. We'll try and hook you up with a gift card if the state or county allows it, or the federal government.
Maybe we know a corrections officer as well.
Okay.
We know there's TSA agents out there.
We will. Yeah. Shout out to all the fine folks helping us out there in DJ Nation. Okay, Kramer, enough messing around. The chat is lit. Everyone is fired up for the spinning of the wheel. If you can, please present the wheel on the screen. Look at all these. I mean, these are tiny slices of pizza because you guys are awesome.
Oh my God.
So many people signed up. Kramer, I have a wheel sound effect.
I did investigate using like a duck race or something. We had too many entries.
Yeah.
All right. So this only happens once.
Only one spin.
Now the
winner take all.
Are you gonna?
I'm excited.
This has sound.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Are you gonna? What do you have? Okay, it's similar.
Okay. Oh, if you have the built-in sound.
Yeah, I was able to customize how long it spins for, so everyone's gonna be in suspense. All right, ready?
This is great.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
It's off.
Spinning. Now,
spinning.
This is oddly hypnotic.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
It's slowing down. It's slowing down. Oh my God.
This is electric.
You can't even see your name, but it will pop up on the screen. Oh wow. Oh.
And the winner is
so long.
Drum roll.
Oh wow.
Oh man, this is down to the wire.
Oh,
Brendan Smith. Congratulations, Brendan Smith. We'll hit you up because we got your email. But shout out to Brendan Smith. Congratulations, Brendan. If you're listening live, hit up, get up in the chat. If not, maybe he's listening to the audio. But congrats to Brendan. Congrats to everyone that entered. Because you're all winners. Because you got to enjoy the team previews and get ready for fucking football, baby. It's here, Kramer. It's here. We also, besides the free roll football contest, get in that. Also, 25% off everything in the merch store. Promo code football. You get the sweet camo hats, the gear, the hoodies, all 25% off. Promo code football, and getting our Survivor. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. Kramer.
Yeah, that was electric. So
that was shout out to Brendan.
Left it on the screen for as long as possible. All right. So what's there to talk about next, Sean?
The National Football League. Let's go. No more messing around.
Yeah. Nothing else you'd like to talk about? Because I'm ready to hop into it.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
Let's hop
Stop
into it.
dilly dallying, Ryan.
I just want let me just close this wheel before it crashes our computer.
Shout out to the Picasso hooking us up with some sweet slides. Great throwback Eagles jersey if we're watching live on YouTube.
Colby basically said it's bullshit. You need slides. So Colby, I did not think he was going to come through. I got to be honest.
I was skeptical. He's a busy guy.
Took the assignment.
He's got a lot of other slides to make.
Took the assignment very seriously. And Sean, if you could toggle the slides as we go, please, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Thursday night football. And by the way, if you're just an NFL guy, there's been a lot of controversy about time zones. I assume that you're sophisticated and smarter than the college audience, so I will proceed as per usual. 5:20 p.m. on the West Coast. And yeah, I saw the chat talking about Westgate Circa. I'm confused. We will be at the Circa for this game.
Thursday.
We will also probably be at the Circa for the Friday game as we're doing a show live 7 to 10 p.m. on the West Coast. But first, we talk about the banner being raised as the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Watch it, Jerry.
Face
Watch
off.
it. Enjoy it.
Eagles laying 8 -435 on the money line, +350 for the Cowgirls. 47.5 is the total. I have some notes for this game. First off, Tanner McKee is out for those wondering.
Yep.
And I have a quote. I saw Nick Sirianni was doing a press conference and he was asked about banner night. He said, "I didn't know it was banner night." End quote. We won't be out there for that. Why does he do this?
Well, Brian,
he obviously knows it's banner night.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
He knows a lot of things.
That is ridiculous.
They have committed to moving on from the Super Bowl,
spitting in the face of the fans,
focusing on this season. No, I'm
it's
a
not
fan.
for them. It's for the fans.
Yeah, and the fans will be able to get the banner, watch the
just
banner.
Just like when you get wedding, you don't get married for you. You get married for your family, for your wife, for all these other people.
This is very funny considering your wedding, but.
Well, yeah, that's I have a little bit of power. Unfortunately, I also like-minded individuals.
Ryan, this is people have been calling Nick Sirianni a clown. Oh, why did he do this? He's a high school coach. This is such a dumb gimmick. And meanwhile, this guy has made it to the playoffs every single year, had a winning record every single year, won 2 NFC championships and a Super Bowl. If Nick Sirianni thinks this is a good idea and the players are on board, then I'm on board. Why would I question this guy? He clearly connects with the players. And yeah, I'm happy. Whatever sort of gimmicks they need to get their mind right and get focused. Hey, you want to read a book on the sideline? Ryan, all season you were saying AJ Brown's a distraction. I told you he'd be reading that motherfucking book on the parade float, and I was right.
You were right about that. These types of things.
This has gone too far. Come on. This is Sirianni. No. This is what he does.
I'm just saying like these moments aren't for the team. It's for the fans. It's a very strange maneuver, especially for the city of Philadelphia.
No fans care.
Supported this team through thick and through thin. Anything else you want to add about the secondary? I have 2 major points. The secondary seems to be a weakness with some question marks back there at safety and cornerback. Yeah,
safety, second cornerback. We'll see what happens there. Adoree Jackson probably getting the start. Not ideal. Makuba is the rookie. He was kind of banged up. There's a chance he plays. We'll see what they end up doing next. But they still have Reed Blankenship, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. In their nickel, and when they are going to be in base, Cooper DeJean will be the second cornerback. I still feel really good about the defense overall. Vic Fangio, very good defensive coordinator. I'm excited about the defensive line. I think this might be a really, really good linebacker core. Rookie Jihad Campbell. He is going to be playing a bunch, I would think, in this game. Zach Bond was in the mix for defensive player of the year. You're sharing Degenerate Dan's comment that 3 of the defensive line guys are gone. I don't. If you follow the team, I don't think that's. I'm not worried about it. I'm slightly worried about the secondary, but optimistic that Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean can balance out what they're doing. I mean, it's creating more opportunities for Nolan Smith. Morrow, Jalix Hunt is getting more opportunities. They have a very good defensive line. I'm not worried about the defense at all. And just going to the offensive side. Let's look at this Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys can't stop the run. And
fair point.
And,
that's why they traded for Kenny Clark.
Yeah. And is Kenny Clark going to be fully up to speed for this game? If Kenny Clark was traded in the offseason and completely learned the defense, maybe I would be a little bit more nervous about him. You also have their left tackle, Tyler Guyton, who it does sound like he's going to play, but he's dealing with an knee issue. Their cornerback, Trevon Diggs, also dealing with a knee issue, coming off a major injury, and Dakota Rain Prescott, who looked pretty bad last year to begin the season, also coming off a season-ending injury with a new head coach. Like, there's just so many moving parts for this Cowboys team, including trading their best player days before the season start. I can't imagine that's an inspiring message from the front office of like, hey, you guys are definitely contenders. We'll trade away our best defensive player. I think the Eagles are going to be able to run the ball on the Cowboys. I think they're going to be able to stop the run. The Barkley ran for 233 yards, 5.2 yards per carry last year against the Cowboys. I don't see how that's going to all of a sudden fall off.
A couple things. One, if you're not watching on YouTube, the logo that Colby used for the Cowboys, it
does look like he's riding a donkey.
The donkey or horse only has 2 legs. I think it's a man in a suit, and I think it's just a man riding another man, which is Colby's very, very symbolic of Colby the artist. Do you know who the Cowboys offensive coordinator is? Of course, Brian Schottenheimer, promoted to head coach. Because this is, we're going to go down a little bit of a path real quick.
I know Eberflus is a defensive coordinator. I don't off the top of my head.
Clayton Adams, born in 1983.
Okay. Great year to be born.
He was his previous job was offensive line coach for the Arizona Cardinals. Okay. Offensive line coach. Before that, a tight ends coach. Before that, an assistant offensive line coach. Before that, an offensive line coach and co-offensive coordinator at Colorado during the dark years. Before that, offensive line. This guy's basically been an offensive line coach a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't think they often make the best coordinators.
And look what they're doing at the running back position. You have Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, and then this rookie Jadon Blue, who obviously isn't impressed because it seems like they're going to trot out Javonte Williams as their main back.
Do you say that because of Jordan, or is it really Jadon?
It's Jaydon. How would you pronounce
Jaden?
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
I would put a E in, like, Jaden Daniels is Jayden.
Yeah.
So Jadon Blue is how I pronounce it.
I think could be the same thing though.
Either way, I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. And then just going back, they averaged allowing 4.8 yards per carry. The Eagles love running the ball. Their offensive line is still very good. They lost Mekhi Becton. But hey, losing one of your interior guards isn't a huge thing. Landon Dickerson did tweak his knee. He's also dealing with a minor back issue. The guy is kind of perpetually banged up, but my sources say
full go, right?
He's a full go. Yes.
All right. The spread, we're not worried about the movement.
No, again, if you're CLV police, sure. Going from 6.5, 7 to 8, 8.5. Sure. I don't really think he was worth that line movement, especially considering it didn't sound like he was going to be a full go regardless for this game. It is hilarious. Yeah. It's hilarious. Cowboys fans defending the trade, going like, we sucked on defense with him. All right. Whoa. Well, what do you think you're going to be when you get rid of him? Suck here. Eagles -8 is the play all day.
Last question. is it going to be a lot of points, or is it going to be just a bleed the clock, a little bit of a boring? Seems like you think if the defense shows up, that how is it not that?
Yeah, I think I would say I think the Eagles are going to put up some points. So I would say my final score I would have it 31-17.
This is a big number in a divisional
obviously
game.
That would just go slightly over the 47.5, but I'm not a totals guy. But yeah, give me the Birds.
I don't know where the one win is going to come on the Cowboys schedule this year. I don't think it's going to come here, although it would be a funny win. The spread being on the other side of 7 doesn't. I think that probably should have been 7.5 from the get go, and I'm never going to take the Cowboys. So also great teaser leg. Got to throw that out there. Early start. I know other people are retiring the teaser, not us. We're staying teaser strong. Friday night, little poor high schools got to compete with this fabulous game and our show, Sean.
Yeah,
Kansas City Chiefs and just so we're clear, we're both on the Eagles minus the 8. Okay,
both on the Eagles.
Kansas City Chiefs heading to Brazil. You may have listened to some other programs with professional
Colin Cowherd not knowing that this game was taking place in Brazil is insane. Your job is to talk about sports. This game has been announced. This is one of the first games. It's a big primetime game. It's week 1. We've been sitting here looking at these week 1 lines and stuff for the entire offseason. Football is the thing that matters most in sports talk. NFL is the biggest league by far. How do you not know that the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Chargers is in Brazil?
Shows you how much he mails it in. So the Chiefs, they take to the road and go down to Brazil to take on the Chargers. Divisional matchup in Brazil. I don't know how I feel about that. I've made my case this entire offseason. I don't love front loading some of these divisional matchups. I don't think you need to play a divisional matchup in a neutral site. That obviously creates a crazy imbalance. Although the Chargers don't have much of a home edge anyway. Maybe more paid actors down here. The total is 46.5. Chargers are plus 145 on the money line. Sean, trivia question.
Yes.
Who will be traveling longer to this game in São Paulo, Brazil? The Los Angeles Chargers or the Kansas City Chiefs?
I would say the Chiefs.
It is the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward if you understand geography, but that seemed to be a shocking fact to the Reddit thread that I found.
Oh, really?
People were arguing it. And Google Maps does exist. We love, in general, Andy Reid off a bye is a strong angle, but they haven't been the best in terms of covering the spread early in the season. Meanwhile, when Jim Harbaugh was asked about playing in Brazil, quote, "We know we're on a world stage. We're going to give our very, very best. At its core, it's a big game to us and the rest of the world."
You got to love Jim Harbaugh. I mean, Ryan, Andy Reid opening week 10-2 straight up with the Chiefs, 8-4 ATS.
Recency bias would have
including 4-2 ATS with Mahomes.
Yeah, but the 2 of those losses are in the last 3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, one definitely is the Lions game where they lost outright to the Lions opening night, but they're coming off the Super Bowl loss. Jim Harbaugh has actually been really good ATS, 5-0 ATS in the opening day games. Mahomes has only lost one opener in his career, and that was that Lions game. So the other one they must have lost, but didn't cover. The craziest thing for me is the story that Najee Harris, quote unquote, is expected to start. Like, I don't, with the firework explosion and what he was dealing with his eye, I can't imagine. I can't imagine he's in football shape.
The aggregate. This is interesting because what Harbaugh in the same press conference where he was talking about the responsibility on his and the other teammate's shoulder and bringing football to South America. I feel like Harbaugh is on like some old rinky-dink ship going to explore the Amazon down there. The way he's talking about bringing football to South America. But he said in that same press conference that running back Najee Harris will play, but it's tough to predict how much he will play. Harbaugh's not much of a liar.
Yeah,
he loves football too much, and he's
not going to insult the game by lying.
So what does that mean? like an honorary thing where they're going to trot him out there, give him the first carry?
I have no idea. I'm not expecting much from Najee Harris. If they list Najee Harris rushing yard props, if you can find them, please hit me up. I will be fading Najee Harris. Now, as far as the big picture, I think this Chiefs defense is really good. In the 2 games they played them last year, they held the Chargers to 27 points. I know Justin Herbert is an elite quarterback, but look at his results against good defenses. I don't know. Did anyone watch the Texans game? I know only 2 of those 4 interceptions were his fault, but he struggles against good defenses. And then let's go to the Chargers offensive line. Rashawn Slater getting, losing him for the season. Now they have to take Joe Alt from the right tackle, move him to left tackle. That's probably not, or that's probably a decent strategy. Normally you don't want to weaken 2 positions, but Joe Alt left tackle was his normal position. I think he'll probably do fine at left tackle, but I would worry about right tackle Trey Pipkins coming in there in this game with a hungry Kansas City Chiefs defensive line. Xavier Worthy, I love Xavier Worthy this season. He had a 54-yard catch against the Chargers last year. I think he's going to, if you want to play like his longest catch stuff, I think that's a good bet. I think they're going to take some deep shots. Clearly that's a big part of their game plan. So yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to be able to take some shots here. They're going to try and open up the offense. I just think their defense really is the reason they win this game and they get this covered. Now, Kansas City last year was very annoying ATS because they won so many games and didn't cover the spread. It would be a huge pain in the ass if they won this game, 22-21, something like that. But I really like Andy Reid opening night, and I really worry about Justin Herbert against a good Kansas City defense. So I will take the Chiefs laying the 3. Kramer, what are you doing?
Church in the chat saying it's 25.5 rush yards for Najee.
Oh, come on.
I mean, how many carries does that he need to get? I mean, he's going to get carries. It sounds like
it, but
I'm with you. I think
I think
you mentioned how they held them to so few points, but they also really held them down in the running game, and I think that's the problem. Now bringing in Keenan Allen, I do think gives them a little bit of a safety blanket. Keenan Allen has had decent games versus the Chiefs over the years, and I originally was going to be on the Chargers, but the offensive line thing.
Yeah,
it's a game that's going to be a little slippery. We know it's on an international field. They're going to be talking about cleat length and all that garbage. And I do think that the team that's going to win this game is going to be able to break a big play or two. And I think that's the Chiefs. This is one of the games from our early look podcast, Sean. I'm going to be switching my,
Karlaftis, Chris Jones. I think those guys are going to be able to have some big games. And yeah, to your point about them slowing them down the running game, courtesy of our buddy Walter Football, no Chargers back reached 40 rushing yards in either matchup last year. Now, obviously, I'm optimistic on Marion Hampton for the season, but man, this is a tough spot to start for a rookie. Anyway,
it's also, it's Herbert on a basically prime time.
Herbert in a big game. Herbert in a big game. Send me all the footage, all the links of Herbert dominating and showing up and elevating his team and throwing daggers in big games against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll wait. Kramer, of course, we're brought to you by our good buddies over at mybookie.ag. We just did our live blackjack stream over on mybookie.ag. MyBookie, of course, their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. Shout out to Bitcoin. Head over to mybookie.ag and use the promo code SGPN. 50% or 100%. Bet back bonus up to $500. Terms and conditions do apply, but you got to use our promo code so they know we sent you. Appreciate everyone signing up over there. Wherever you're betting, it's great to have another option. The MyBookie prop builder is really, really fun. You can get lost in that thing. Tons of options, great pricing, good in-game stuff as well. The casino's fun if you're a DGen, and again, the fast payouts over on that sweet cryptocurrency. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Oh, shout out to Rhythm. I know we're talking NFL, but they just printed for me in the in FCS totals. They dominated, but do very well in the NFL as well, especially prop sides totals. They got you covered. 10-5 on Baker Mayfield props last season. This thing is great. You can build your own models, or if you're lazy, just see, hey, what is Rhythm like? and fire on some of their plays. All right. Yes. Let's see. What do they like here? Ooh, for this game, Isaiah Pacheco under 47.5 rushing yards. They have that at a win probability of 84.5. That they've identified that as a sharp under. Again, go in, get your 7-day free trial. You're gonna like it. 7-day free trial. Try for NFL Week 1. If you don't like it, 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
All right. By the way, chat was just catching up with the chat a little bit. Sean, there was some talk of the red zone. Any care to comment?
Well, I quote tweeted the news and said, "This is your hero, Scott Hansen." That's the problem, people. Everyone, and our audience is savvy. This is really not talking to our audience. It's the bigger TMZ type football audience. Oh, we love you, Scott Hansen. Scott Hansen, you're the man. And that gives Scott Hansen leverage. So they got to pay Scott Hansen. How are they going to pay Scott Hansen? Oh, I'll get a little ads. 7 hours of commercial free football. You're paying for the product. You shouldn't have to. It's like when they have ads in a pay-per-view. It's insane. We have a Patreon. All the bonus episodes completely ad free. If Red Zone was free, okay, fine, we'll put up with the ads, but it's kind of insane to add ads into that. And of course, with every take, people go contrarian. Oh, you guys are upset about Red Zone. You don't know how to use an octo box. Oh, okay. You don't know ball if you're not watching. We have 8 fucking TVs. We have an amazing setup.
Who said this?
I'm yelling at people on social media. It's nice to have commercial free audio as when you have 8 games up. Yes, we can just put up all 8 games, but you want audio in one of those games, and then you have to deal with the commercials. So the commercials to me were the biggest appeal of Red Zone. Fuck Scott Hansen. Shout out to Loop Gaming in the chat. Tipped us a nice super chat. Been watching since the COVID Super Bowl run. 5 years strong as a Titans fan. Love the pod. Love the community. Love the soundboard. Dog. Love this
Tighten
pod.
up.
Best available. Fuck corporate gambling. I mean, this is classic corporate gambling. Loop Gaming, you're a dog. Let's get it.
All right, moving along. Sunday. So the primetime games are over. We're taking chalk in the primetime. We'll see how that works out. Sunday morning, we have 8 games early. So this would be a perfect opportunity to show Scott Hansen who's boss and go 8 TVs on 8 games and not tune into the red zone, not pull out the teardrop.
And to confirm, Ryan, you're on Chiefs -3.
Yep. Said it multiple times. Glad you're paying attention. Steelers head to New York for the double revenge spot as Aaron Rodgers takes on Justin Fields. They've swapped jerseys. Justin Fields is now a home dog, catching 3 points, +128 on the money line, -148 for the Steelers. 38.5 is the total based on some of the other logos we've seen from Colby's work here in the slides. Mailed this one in big time. He's not even here to defend himself.
The Steelers logo is a classic.
Yeah, there's not much to. Maybe you could just go with like James Harrison.
Yeah,
his head. The big news in this one is the Elijah Vera Tucker news. Him being out, them moving Tippmann, their starting center, over to guard. Moving in backup center Josh Myers. That's not, now you have more than half of the offensive line playing out of position essentially. Based on what I read about the Giants practicing with this offensive line, it is not the offensive line that you may have heard advertising for. So already this was not a very impressive offensive line.
Elijah Vera Tucker is probably one of their better linemen. You know, we'll see what happens with the rookie tackle who
got worked when they practiced with the Giants.
We'll see. I'm optimistic about him, but also it's a rookie tackle making his first start against a very good defense. And to your point, like losing Elijah Vera Tucker, then you're putting in a backup center with Justin Fields, who has had issues with the center snap exchange. I was kind of going back and forth on this game because you could talk to me. I don't like taking Tomlin as a road favorite. He is not good in that situation. 33, 42 and 3 ATS. Now, if obviously the lower the spread goes, the kind of better you're in that Tomlin zone. I do like the idea of Tomlin knowing how to take down Justin Fields, but if the Jets plan on offense is ground and pound and you just lost essentially 2 of your starting linemen, and you're starting a rookie tackle as well against a Pittsburgh defensive front that's healthy, that has TJ Watt. I think that's kind of a recipe for disaster. I was kind of on the fence because Jets is a home dog. They're getting up, but again, there's a coaching mismatch again because I like Aaron Glenn this year, but Mike Tomlin has so much experience over Aaron Glenn.
Also, Cam Hayward's hold out, hold in, he's playing, or at least Tomlin expects him to play, and so you're now putting Cam Hayward over a backup center. That's just generally.
It's just not going to
work.
So
this was a game where I was 100% all summer taking the Jets.
Well,
I'm taking the Steelers now.
And this
Steelers -3.
Okay. And Rain Slicker in the chat agreed with me that
you got to be careful saying that.
that you don't always announce your picks. You allude, Ryan. But yeah, it's a new quarterback, new head coach tandem versus a very experienced Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is 12-6 straight up on opening day. Pittsburgh, this number is pretty short. You have the Aaron Rodgers revenge game. You have it for Justin Fields too. Like I still like some of the Justin Fields rushing stuff, and in some ways I kind of like it more because I don't think he's going to get much pass protection. He's going to be scrambling a ton.
The Steelers defense might be good though. I mean,
maybe the play is rushing attempts. Tune into the prop show, early edition of the prop show if you're watching live. You, me, and Man in the Box. But I'm with you. I'm taking the chalk here, laying it with the Steelers.
Worth noting, we didn't mention Derek Harmon for the Steelers, who won't be out there. But the Jets didn't practice today, but they did put Sauce Gardner on the injury report, and the beat reporter seemed a little surprised by that. So that's something else.
That's a huge thing.
Something else to note here for the Jets. And again, whatever you think about the Giants defensive line manhandled this offensive line for 2 straight days this spring or this summer, and that matters. All right, so 3 games. We've agreed on all 3. Game number 4, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. It's a controversial one as the Miami Dolphins. Lot of notes on this game for both sides as the Miami Dolphins head to Indy, our favorite flyover state, to take on the Colts. Let me switch this over to take on the Colts, and the Colts are somehow favored. This number is moving around.
This is insane.
There are picks out there. I think there are even some Miami ones. There are still Colts 1.5s. We're sourcing it from a place that had 1.5 -120 on the money line for the Colts. Miami +100. Even if this is -110 each way, whatever. 46 is the total. The last time. I have some more fun trivia. We all know that the Colts are 0-10-1 in their last 11.
2013 was the last time they won an opening day game. 21-17 versus who, Ryan? Do you know?
I have no more than that because I have details about that game. It was against the Las Vegas Raiders. Head coach
Oakland Raiders at the time.
Yes. Head coach Dennis Allen.
Oh wow.
Taking on Chuck Pagano.
Oh wow.
All right, here's some more fun facts about the game. You could probably guess who the Colts starting quarterback was. Andrew Luck.
Yes.
But who was the starting quarterback for the Oakland Raiders? This is an all-timer. Now, I'll give you a hint. We just watched the marquee game of last weekend take place at his alma mater.
Wait.
Playing against Peyton Manning's former team, this Ohio State grad, Terrell Pryor.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Darren McFadden was on that team.
I forgot. That would have taken me a while.
The Colts still had Reggie Wayne out there running routes. Janikowski was on this team.
It's crazy.
That was a long time ago. Anyway, so since then, of course, there was the tie year against the Texans.
Yeah, bastards.
And then I think kind of diving into it a little bit. There are two kind of major cases. One, the Dolphins have a very long injury report. Keep in mind that some teams like to play with the early injury report, but for the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill coming back from not really practicing in training camp. Tyreek Hill with a ton of hilarious quotes. including that he doesn't need the C on his chest to be a leader. This is the closest team that he's ever been on since he's been in Miami. This is the best version of our offense we've ever. It's almost like he's a guy trying to kiss everyone's ass to get back in the good graces.
Guy who got busted cheating, saying all the right things to the wife.
So Tyreek Hill on the injury report, but by all accounts, working his way back on schedule. Achan on schedule, maybe not full workload. It seems like the Darren Waller might never play. Right tackle Austin Jackson for the Dolphins, he's banged up. So the general thing holding me back on saying this is the smashest of plays is that there's just a lot of moving parts and a lot of guys who weren't necessarily practicing with the team. On the other side, the handicap's a little shorter. Very healthy team. No one's missing. I think Tyler Goodson, only guy on the practice report, but. And I heard a popular sports betting podcast called the Colts Skill Group, that a top 5 unit, which I take a little bit of
is the quarterback part of the skill group
with,
because that's where.
But last two things, and then I'll let you fire, Sean. They have Daniel Jones as their quarterback.
Yeah,
which I get it. The Dolphins might have a bad defense. Cool. And here's the kicker, Sean. I do think the Colts are going to be a sharp team.
Okay.
Which is fucking crazy.
I saw in the chat they were talking about, hey, a banner raising night for Irsay. Okay.
Kind of used it for the Pacers already.
Yeah.
You think the Pacers get that far without that? I don't think so.
I mean, I'll start with the Colts offensive line. That used to be kind of a point of strength. It's kind of fallen off over the years. I don't think their defense is going to be particularly interesting. They're starting with a new system. Say what you will about the Dolphins. They actually have a decent amount of continuity. Colts new defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo. You might remember him as the guy who got ran out of Cincinnati. Now
pause there. Cause I've heard people say that's an upgrade over Gus Bradley.
Yeah.
Gus Bradley was, I guess, like very notable. If you bet on football, Gus Bradley very notable for having a
very predictable
adjusting scheme.
But I think, but also Lou Anarumo is kind of predictable in that same sense too.
And sucking,
he's had
1 year.
He's had some moments in some big spots where he's schemed. He's a mad genius. But also look at that Bengals defense. I get it; they didn't have a ton of talent, but they had Trey Hendrickson. Did the Colts have anyone like Trey Hendrickson? I don't see him on that roster. I think I see a very thin defensive roster, and we're burying the lead. Daniel Jones fucking sucks. 3-13 as a starter his last 16 games,
but he spent a little bit of time with Kevin O'Connell, so he's fixed.
People are just like, okay, yeah, you get a little stability with Daniel Jones. He can run the ball. He can throw the deep ball. Have you watched him? Post neck injury, any positives of Daniel Jones are completely gone.
Two things are going to happen at the same time on Sunday. You're going to see all of a sudden the Giants offense is going to be hitting these fun, exciting plays with Malik Neighbors, and the Colts are going to look like hot ass. And you're like, oh, those two things are connected.
And all right, let's walk through Daniel Jones. His record he's 1-4 straight up in opening day games. 28-6 loss, 40-0 loss, 21-20 win. And that was the magical season that Shane Steichen mentioned, 2022, where they were 9-7.
Me and Terrell hugging at the Westgate when they made the missed field goal to beat the Titans,
and then they lost 27-13, 26-16. And I know what you say. Oh, he doesn't play defense. Well, yeah, when you're throwing pick six, you may as well be playing defense because you're giving them points.
You should watch the tape on that Cowboys and Vikings game.
Yes. 140.
He was trying to play defense.
Well, he did make some attempt some tackles. 5 starts in opening day for Daniel Jones. The point differential 141-56. So he's averaged 11.2 points per game in those 5 starts. Oh, but he has a good running back. They had a good running back. A lot of those New York Giants years, a guy by the name of Saquon Barkley. So this idea of like, oh, we're going to limit Danny Dimes. We're just going to give it up to Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor might have some good stats. And, you know, I was high on Jonathan Taylor thinking they were going to let Anthony Richardson be the quarterback. Daniel Jones to me is a downgrade. I think Anthony Richardson is a better runner. And at least there's a potential upside with Anthony Richardson. He also takes deep shots, which Daniel Jones doesn't do anymore.
The neck injury fucked him up. He's like, everything's broken since then. And you failed to mention, Sean.
Yeah.
Are we ready to say Shane Steichen maybe not a good coach?
I haven't.
He has done decent stuff. He's one of those classic coaches that can like he can get a bad team to like be mediocre and convince people that he like extracts extra wins.
Yeah,
and is a great play caller. But I don't know. I mean, that situation is gonna be bad. And I think the chat mentioned it, but yeah, this could be an eliminator for first coach fired
and a survivor play. Stay tuned.
Oh,
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
He's healthy. If he's healthy and the team's healthy, they beat non-playoff teams.
So I'm the psycho who I'm walking.
Give me Miami +1.
Walking the dogs in the morning, and I'm just kind of listening to various football talk, and anytime I have a thought, I say, "Hey Siri, remind me," and I have a reminder, and I have a bunch of reminders about if Tua is healthy, the Dolphins are generally pretty good, especially against bad teams.
Yeah.
All right. Stay tuned later. We might do something stupid with this game. Are you playing this if Miami's laying 1?
Yeah. I mean,
sorry, a lot of sharp podcasts have stopped. We know we might have some sharps in the audience.
Anything that's,
they're price sensitive, Sean. We got to be on it, right?
Anything that's close to a pick. If you're talking about Colts +4, 3.5, sure.
And Jesus Christ, I'm not even reading the rotation numbers, Sean. We're not doing a very good job masquerading. Game number 3 on Sunday. Interesting one here. Remember Madden 94, the expansion teams, very fun year. They were 99s. You unlocked them. They had everything. Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Real quick, Ryan, if you don't know the deep stories, but Ryan was at one point when you first moved out to California, you were what? Second in the nation, ranked in Madden.
I moved out to California without a job, but I had kind of hustled a little bit in college, and I had money. I didn't it wasn't like an urgent requirement to get a job, and so in the beginning I was casually looking for jobs, going to shitty open mics with Sean and my other roommate Sully. And I'd play Madden all night. And I got into the.
You went to a Blockbuster Video back when that was still a thing, and hustled up some Madden tournament.
I felt at one point I smoked a kid by the mercy rule in the first. It was a 21-point mercy rule. Smoked him in the first quarter. Felt bad. Ended up giving him the free video game a week or whatever I won from Blockbuster. But yeah, to date it, I crushed this local tournament. I then continued to play online late nights. I was playing 4 or 5 games a night, which those Madden games would take an hour. And I got up to number 2 in the world on Xbox Live. And so I took my talents down to San Diego to compete in the Madden regional tournament. And I'm just smoking people. At this point, I'm like, well, Jesus, I'm beating all these people. And I get into there's 8 of us left. And I'm playing against a no bullshit. Somewhere on the spectrum was involved. I think maybe middle school age, maybe young high school age, and she pulls out
you lost to a chick?
Plays with the Vikings. So I play with the Falcons with Vic. She had the Culpepper rollout throw to Randy Moss. It's an unstoppable play, and I fumbled on a kickoff, so I had some random variance. End up losing to this girl.
Variance.
I mean, you fumble on a kickoff in Madden. It's random. So yeah, that was in my glory days. That was my Uncle Rico moment. Throw the football over the mountain. Anyway, Panthers, Jags, but Madden 94. That was Super Nintendo. That was a good year. Never had it myself. Always had to find a friend's house to go to. Panthers catching 3.5 here on the road in Jacksonville. Florida game early alert. We like these ones. Humidity, although people might say it's humid in Carolina, not as humid as in Jacksonville.
No, come on.
Is there a hot tub in your training facility? I did not think so. Jags -180, Carolina +155. 47's the total. All right, obviously, and you're definitely going to want to tune into the prop show tomorrow because we have props for the prop show. CJ and I. One of
save
us
him for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, one of us or maybe both of us are going to be looking very sexy. If you've missed the off-season content, Let's start by saying 4 hand pays at the NFL slot machine at the Circa, which we did get relocated from the second floor back down to the first
That was a nice
floor.
flex.
Followed up by just me smashing all sorts of Jags plays, including a Liam Cohen Coach of the Year mega play. Everything I've read is positive. I love Travis Hunter. I love that they shot
He's
their
just
shot.
a great football player.
The young GM's a little weird. I've completely turned on Liam Cohen. That was the worst thing he's done. Everything else has been positive. By all accounts, remember how a couple years back we heard about John Gruden have to go into the Saints to help install the offense?
Yeah.
Jags, no issues with the offensive installation. They have fun players like De'Ami Brown running around, Brenton Strange. They have a 3-headed monster in the backfield.
Love the Strange.
And Carolina's a team you got to circle in terms of like the Jets. They kind of have a cluster situation on the offensive line. Now it does seem like Ike Ekwonu, who's recovering from, is it appendicitis?
I just saw it was illness.
I think it's appendicitis. It sounds like he's going to need to play and show them that he can get out there on Friday to play in the game. Robert Hunt tweaked his foot in practice on Wednesday.
Never a good sign if you show up midweek.
It does sound like it was precautionary to hold him out, but that's still worth noting. And so you talk about, a team that's going to require that offensive line. Part of how Bryce Young finished the season was so relatively electric for Bryce Young was that offensive line was working, that running game was working. And I think if that doesn't all work, this could be, we could go right back to seeing bad Bryce Young. CJ Sullivan, man in the box, has been very high on Saxonville for some time now.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't think, now we know that their secondary is kind of a weak spot too, but now Travis Hunter is going to be playing some snaps. They brought in some other reinforcements.
Well, but I would say the Panthers, their passing game, you lose a reliable guy in Thielen.
Pause real quick because I watched an interview with Xavier Legette where he doesn't
understand why they traded him.
He was legit surprised. Like what it sounds like they brought in is Hunter Renfrow is on the roster and he's like a poor I guess he's like a poor man's Adam Thielen to Xavier Legette. But
Coker's banged up, right?
Coker's out for a while. And so I think you certainly have Tet McMillan, who by the way, he was also banged
He was dealing
up.
with a hamstring.
He's fine now though, but yeah, all of that being said, I think the combination of the offensive line, the injuries on the offense in general, combination with, are the Panthers going to be a team that struggle to stop teams with vertical passing attacks, which is exactly what this Jags offense is going to look like. This game to me, if you want to talk about early pleaser consideration, this has blowout potential because if the offensive line doesn't work for the Panthers,
they're going to be in trouble.
We're talking about bad Bryce.
And you got tiny Bryce Young. You have Liam Cohen, who obviously knows how to get to this Panthers defense. 74 points.
Yeah.
Including 48 in the home game against this Panthers defense.
Great point.
And the Panthers defense, has it gotten a little better? Sure. But a lot of, some of that's in the draft. I don't know if they're going to hit the ground running here. I'm a little skeptical of Canales. I think the Jags are going to struggle against top tier teams. I'm still not a Trevor Lawrence believer. That's what's stopping me from being full Jag off. But I think this is a great spot early in the season. I am a little worried because ultimately God hates Jags and they are a little bit of a cursed franchise. But I think you look at the injury stuff, the receiver depth that has gotten thinner for Carolina. And I think this is a very good spot for your Jacksonville Jaguars.
And you talk about the tragic magic with the Colts. Well, the stories coming out about Irsay's, last couple of years sounds like he was slipping back into the dark side pretty heavy. Well, you want some good Hardy. You want to root for this guy, tragic magic. Well, the opposite of it. Josh Hines Allen's kid, complete remission from some form of, I think rare cancer. I don't actually know if that's accurate, but it was something bad, but he's in the clear. How dare you laugh? And
I was laughing
CJ's been saying
what you said about, I don't know what it is, but it sounds bad.
As CJ's been saying, he, I think he wants to get his name back from Josh Allen too. So this would be a great time for them to start pulling.
I'm taking the Jags laying the 3.5.
Really? Well, welcome to the Jag wagon. We like to jag off. Feel free to come get that handshake. Watch me play the Jag slot machine.
Kramer, you're on the Jags minus 3.5.
You know it.
Okay.
You know it. I said it was a pleaser leg.
Yeah.
If I like it as a pleaser leg, obviously I'm on the Jags minus 3.5.
The odds are different on pleasers.
Sean,
yes,
we've learned many moons ago that you lay the 3.5. You do not take it.
Just good science.
Good science. Next up, game 4 in the early window: Giants, Redskins, Commander football team. Washington. Worth noting, they are looking ahead to the first or to the week 2 Thursday night game against the Packers. They're laying 6 here. This was as much as 7 when I grabbed a ticket on it, Sean. So I do have a nice.
What'd you get?
Giants
took the 7 points.
Giants plus 7. Giants plus 265.
You worried they lose and cover?
No, I have the money line too. That's what I was telling. I have CLV on that as well. Giants now plus 225. Redskins minus 265. 46 is the total. I mean, injury wise, Theo Johnson's going to be good to go. It's Andrew Thomas. I'd say it's better than a coin flip, but there is a chance.
Did he practice today?
It was a simulated situation, so limited, whatever that means. He's going to have to get out there. So we'll know Friday. We'll know if Andrew Thomas is going to play. My thought on that. On the other side, Washington thin on the offensive line, missing right guard. Generally not a good unit last year. Very thin all over the place. Zach Ertz already getting vet days. Noah Brown was banged up. Sounds like he'll be okay. The Giants don't lose the Commander Redskin football team.
Well, with the exception of last year where they lost both games, and I think this is a good revenge spot for them.
And those games, they should have won at least one of those games with crappy ass.
That's what
Dan Jones.
That's when I really was like, Brian Daboll might not be a good head coach when he didn't bring in a new kicker and let his injured kicker. They didn't have a kicker in that game that they lost. What was it? 21-18. The Redskins beat them without scoring a touchdown, which is kind of insane.
And the defense got a lot better.
Giants historically do better again. They're 25-12 the last 37 games against them. So they historically have their number. It's one of the few. It's the only team in the division Daboll has had success against. Props wise, I do like Jaden Daniel rushing yards because I do think he's gonna be forced to scramble a bunch, and I do like this Giants defense.
Have you seen how fast Abdul Carter is?
Yeah, but I think the storyline of the game is going to be the Giants D line against the Redskins offensive line. I think they're going to get to them early and often, and I think this Redskins team is feeling themselves a little bit. A lot of hype, exceeded expectations. They also have a Thursday game coming up right around the corner. Terry McLaurin, their number 1 receiver, who held out for a long period of time. They asked him, "Do you think you're going to be on a limited snap count?" Quote, "I feel like I'm in great shape right now. I'm going to be communicative throughout this weekend and how I'm feeling Sunday. But as of right now, I feel ready to go." That doesn't sound like a guy who's 100%. We've seen other holdout situations, Deebo Samuel that starts slow. So I wouldn't be surprised if he struggles a little bit. Russ certainly, in my mind, is an upgrade over what the Giants had at quarterback last week, and I think you can run on this Redskins team. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tyrone Tracy has a nice game there. Is Scadaboo going to play, Ryan? Do you think he'll get any work?
I think people. Yeah, I think people have caught up to it now. But Tracy's the clear running back 1 for now. I think there's a chance that like Scadaboo gets as many touches as Singletary. I think they're all 3 going to play. And Russ has played well against this Washington football team. I mean, 300-yard performance and 3 touchdowns back in 2023 with the Broncos in a disastrous year. 3 touchdowns with the Steelers, the 3 passing touchdowns with the Steelers last year. I mean, I think we're also just going to see what happens when Malik Neighbors has the moon ball. Darius Slayton has the moon ball. I mean,
I think Neighbors could do some damage.
I would say this though, that Theo Johnson being good, he was the one guy outside of Neighbors that was getting consistent work in training camp. So maybe a props angle there, but I can see
he's 100%.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Okay,
that's what I'm reporting.
Yeah, I'm on the Giants plus 6 here. I mean, division dogs are good week 1 as well, except for the Cowboys. Yeah.
Specifically in this case, so I've been chomping at the bit to watch this game for a while. Have the money line. Have a lot of just in case Giants bets too. That would nice start to the season with a money line win here. Giants plus 6. Bang the money line. Bengals take to the road to face the Browns again. I don't need divisional games to start the season. Maybe it's a hot take. Bengals laying 5.5 is what we're picking it at. 5 minus 240 on the money line. Browns plus 205. 48.5 is the total. That total strike you as pretty high, Sean, for a Browns game.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it depends who you like in this game, but
Maybe.
I think it's high because the Bengals defense is so bad, and I don't. I realize they swapped out defensive coordinators. They drafted Shamar Stewart, who I'm high on as a prospect, but again, he is a rookie who missed some time. That's always tough to hit the ground running. Trey Hendrickson missed a bunch of time due to his contract holdout, and
they start slow. 1-11 ATS under Zach Taylor in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, Joe Burrow 1-9 ATS, 3-7 straight up. They just and mentioned division dogs earlier, but in particular, divisional home dogs 23-7 ATS. I understand that the Bengals are hey, we're gonna get fast starts because we're gonna play in the preseason, but the fast starts were also teams playing the Bengals defense. Like the defense looked really bad. I'm not worried about the Bengals offense that much, but in this game, the Browns have consistently had their number. Burrow is only 3-5 straight up against the Browns. Browns have won 9 of the last 13. They always make this tough. Flacco, who knows how long he stays healthy, but week 1, he's got Jerry Jeudy and Njoku, who he has real chemistry with. Kevin Stefanski, I like his ability to draw up plays. Now the Judkins thing, whatever bullshit he did that he's getting, that whole thing certainly hurts them. We'll see what they end up doing.
What's
on
the latest
ground.
on that?
I mean, he's not playing this week, so
he hasn't signed a contract yet.
Yeah, so we'll see about Sampson and what they end up doing running back wise. But it would have been nice for them to have Judkins. That would have been a nice little bump there. And Myles Garrett has consistently done well against his Bengals offensive line that you saw struggle in the preseason that I don't think is completely fixed. So are they live on the money line? They might be, but really it's just like, how can you trust the Bengals in this spot? Nothing I saw from the preseason got me off them. So this is 100% in on the Browns plus 5.5.
I was listening to a podcast with Baker Mayfield. And he made like an offhand comment about how when he played for the Browns, he was always confident to go against the Bengals. And I think, kind of a perfect scenario for a Joe Flacco opening game. I mean, that's the only scary thing about this is it seems very, very obvious.
Yeah.
In fact, one nugget I found for the Bengals is that the beat reporter wrote that this is the first time in 16 seasons that they had no one on the injury report. Which we'll see how it goes.
Joe Burrow's very good, but you got Denzel Ward back there. This Cleveland Browns team is not going to be scared of the Bengals.
The Browns have lost. Last year's loss to the Bengals was the only loss at home to the Bengals, dating all the way back to 2018.
It's insane.
And the Browns have not been good in that stretch. So yeah, I'm with you once again. Continue to just agree. Skipping down the aisle, holding hands. Raiders, Patriots, game 6. This was another one that I jumped on early in the process. Have a Raiders +3 and a tail of the tape parlay from Beeson. But now it's 2.5. The sharps are all over this one. Raiders seemed, for all the love of New England, it seems like the sharps are gravitating to this Raiders team. +2.5, +122 on the money line. Patriots -142. 44 is the total. I'm a little confused because I have heard a lot of the sharp community love the Patriots this entire offseason. But then we went to Bet Bash and then sign up weekend, and everyone we talked to hated the Patriots. And so, and the Raiders, I would, in fact, I'll update the sheet live. The Raiders I'll mark as a sharp team. I've heard too many people talk about them. I love them. I'm a little worried that everyone's hopping on the wagon. The line's moved, but yeah, I mean, this is Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. This is they're opposites in some sense, right? One team has a bunch of dudes who know what they are and they understand they don't have time. And the Patriots are a thin roster with a coach that's going to fix the culture, but unlikely to do it right away, with a quarterback who, much like some of these other rookies and young quarterbacks, we're just blinking our eyes and being like, oh yeah, they're going to take this big step forward. By the way,
he could take a big step forward. He only won one game as a starter in the 10 games he played where he threw double-digit passes. So he could take a big step up and win 6 games.
Last thing I'll say
is still well under their win total.
Christian Gonzalez, hamstring, not practicing.
And it's not only that, Ryan. It's a little bit deeper. They're like, he's healthy, but he's being cautious. It seems like the team thinks he's all right, but he's not. And again, Vrabel's brought in as a culture reset guy. To me, what really jumps out, well, obviously Stephon Diggs. I'm very skeptical of Stephon Diggs help fixing the passing weapons of the New England Patriots. He quote hopes he isn't on a snap count, but he's a 30-year-old receiver on his 4th team who loves pink cocaine. Who are we to judge? Call me old crazy, Ryan. I remember when cocaine was white and life was a little simpler.
Yep.
But pink cocaine on boats.
I did see there was a comment on that front. Drake May said, "I'm looking forward to get hit." He's talking about, he was asked about Steph Diggs. I'm really looking forward to getting him the rock and letting him do his thing this year. And I'm like, well, was that hang out on a boat with him? Get him the rock?
I just look at the Patriots offensive line. They're starting a rookie left guard and a rookie left tackle. A left tackle that people are like, are we sure this guy's a left tackle? He has tiny arms. So you're starting a left guard and left tackle to protect Drake May's blind side. Now, Raiders not great at stopping the run. So maybe they get there with some trivia on Henderson, who's certainly popped a little bit in camp. Maybe Drake May rushing, which I do like, taking the over on him for the season.
He's going to have to beat, he's going to have Patrick Graham he's going to have to show him that he can beat Patrick Graham down the field with the passing game.
Yeah.
And we know that Patrick Graham will be happily just sit into some sort of shell and make Drake May dink and dunk down the field. Cause guess what? He won't be able to do that. And so, yeah, this is lock potential.
Yeah, I guess the reasons for the Pats is maybe May does really light it up. I do like Vrabel as a head coach. Raiders do have a new quarterback and new head coach, but you're also playing a team with a new head coach. I think that kind of cancels out some of there's not a ton of continuity from the big spots for either team. Both teams probably new systems, new everything. So I think those are maybe that would benefit the home team there, but yeah, I'm on the Raiders plus 2.5.
Not with that weird Tom Brady statue outside the building looming. Game 7.
And Kramer, you're on Raiders plus 2.5.
I said it was lock potential. I said I'm on Raiders plus 2.5 and lock potential. Again, all the words. Arizona laying 6.5 now on the road in Nolans. Minus 270 on the money line. Saints plus 230. 43 is the total. So this was 4.5 when we first talked about it. The Saints have then showed us pretty much the entire offseason that they're going to be trash. They're starting Spencer Rattler, which is probably not what they were trying to do. Trevor Penning not practicing. Chase Young popped up on the injury report with a calf injury on Wednesday. And Kyler is quote in a great
tot?
excuse me, quote, in a great place with Marv. So I mean,
Maserati Marv.
I know, I understand this is the donkey play of the week for me. But what if they can't make the spread big enough for these Saints games for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean the only reason you're taking the Saints is because everyone's on the Cardinals, which, you know, if that's the way you gamble, fine. But Spencer Rattler making a 7th start. I've watched a lot of the Spencer Rattler starts.
Not good.
Not good. I do think the Kamara receiving props are interesting, and I think he's kind of an interesting DFS play if it's like a full point PPR, because I think he's going to get a ton of checkdowns, possibly in garbage time. I do think Trey McBride should have a really good game here. The Saints roster, I mean, quarterback aside, it's a pretty thin roster. You bring in some vets here, Calais Campbell, nice vet presence there. Josh Sweat, who you're high on, Ryan, I think could do well in
that's
the
the story.
Gannon defense.
The defense will look good.
Yeah, and I just you don't have to take the Saints. I just don't see it for this New Orleans Saints team. I think it's going to be tough for them to get excited about this game. Now, hey, it's the NFL. Are they getting up? Everyone's talking trash on them. We'll show you. We're at home. I don't see it. This is Cardinals can early in the season, Kyler Murray against an inferior team. This is his sweet spot. Now later in the season, better competition, better defense. It's when the tater tot gets cooked. But right now, this is a nice crunchy tater tot, perfect for eating. Give me the Cardinals laying the 6.5.
Yeah, they came out. They were scrappy in that first game against Buffalo last year. So
yeah, they were on the road.
And if you're a defense that feels like you're taking a step, like this is a game to show out. I mean, I can't stress enough that Spencer Rattler was not supposed to win this job. Game 8, I'm on Arizona minus 6.5.
Thank you.
Tampa Bay taking on Atlanta. Is this the one? This is not hate week. That's New Orleans, Atlanta. But the Bucs and the Falcons don't like each other either. Bucs are laying 2.5 on the road here, Sean. That's feels dicey. Using the bad Bucs logo too. I don't know if I like that.
Oh, I like this. This is the creamsicle.
Minus 138 on the money line. Falcons plus 118. 47 is the total. Falcons did sweep them last year, which I think maybe a lot of people have forgotten, including myself. They just locked up their right tackle. We know Wirfs will be out for a little bit. Just locked up their right tackle, who asked what he'd spend his money on, signed a 4-year, $90 million contract, eyeing up Teddy Bridgewater's minivan. It's an all-purpose vehicle. So it's a working man's team down there.
It's a great lineman response.
And when you look at the Falcons, I think a lot of questions on the defensive side of the ball here. They're another team where if they're going to be, or people are going to be wrong about them, or if I'm going to be wrong about them, the defense is going to come out here and light up the Wirfs is missing situation, and no Godwin and no McMillan, and maybe this offense takes a beat or two with replacing Liam Cohen.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bucs will find their way in the season, but I think they'll get off to a slow start. I think the Falcons are live here on the money line. I like them there as a home dog. You go back to the 23-7 ATS run of divisional home dogs just to get started. The Falcons are missing their right tackle, Caleb McGarry, who is essentially the blind side blocker there for the Atlanta Falcons, but
both missing their blind side blockers.
So that maybe balances out. I think this Tampa Bay Bucs team, again, new offensive coordinator, might take a little bit to get going. The Atlanta Falcons quietly have a ton of continuity going. Cade Otton, limited in practice for the Bucs. He's obviously a nice weapon for him. I think they're kind of a little thin with some of their elite skill guys, which I think will eventually. Now maybe Ibuka is the real deal and he hits the ground running. I certainly think he could have a good game. These games have ended up being shootouts. They brought in Hassan Reddick, who's out for personal reasons. God knows what's going on with him.
Trip to Japan.
And going back to the earlier critique of the Eagles, they lost Milton Williams, they lost Josh Sweat. I mean, look at Howie Roseman's resume of they love offensive line and defensive line. If the Eagles let an O lineman or D lineman go, that decision has yet to come back to haunt them. And I would say this is something. Well, again, the Falcons have kind of owned the Bucs as of late. They've won 4 of the last 5. Ryan, I'm not a Kyle Pitts fan, but Kyle Pitts had 2 really good games last year, both against the Bucs. 7 for 88 and 4 for 91, including a 2 touchdown game.
Todd Bowles is like, I'm not paying attention to you no matter what.
I think this is the Falcons at home in a dome. I think this is a great crowd spot. I think this is a get up spot for the Falcons. I'm taking them as a home dog. Atlanta plus 2.5. Kramer, you on the Bucs?
I love Todd Bowles here against Michael Penix. Basically, I'm going to call him basically a rookie quarterback.
Okay.
And yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting matchup too. I'll be curious to see what Ibuka looks like in that offense. I'm not buying that the pass rush is going to be there for the Falcons, and so I'm going to lay it. I know you're not supposed to lay the 2.5. You're supposed to take it.
You're the one who invented that, Ryan.
I didn't.
And yet you're
that.
laying it in a division situation.
It's just like math. You don't invent it. You only learn how to use it, Sean.
All right, let's give out an underdog fantasy lineup. Of course, use the promo code SGPN and you play $5. You get $50 in bonus funds when you use our promo code SGPN. Kramer, who do you like in the higher, lower, aka pick'em champions, depending on what state you're in? Do you want to give one out for this Sunday slate? What's jumping out at you?
All right, let's. Yeah,
and I feel like when we talk Jags, I forgot to mention Tank Bigsby awesome. He's going to have an awesome game. He's going to be able to run all over that Panthers team. And there's been some.
I have very low.
Travis Etienne and Bigsby are listed as co-starters.
I was going to say I have very low confidence on who the guy is in that game.
It's Bigsby.
Okay.
I like Tank Bigsby.
All right.
But what do you play?
Well, I was going to say I'm willing to bet that Ibuka is going to be involved in this offense.
Okay.
Now his numbers are fairly high.
Yeah, I'm not touching a rookie getting all that steam right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But how is that any different than Tank Bigsby?
He's not a rookie.
But he's in a committee.
I think he's going to get the majority of the share.
Okay.
And he's priced like he's in a committee. He's not overpriced in my mind.
Okay.
Well, hey, you want a Buka? Give out who you like for your entry.
It's all right.
You can do your own entry.
No, I'm just saying it's the same logic. It's just the projection. Your personal projection makes it very, very obvious. We'll pivot. We'll go to Cooper.
No, you're making your rookie receiver.
Yeah,
it's your first game.
Yeah, who's going to get which I think is going to be heavily involved in the offense, just like you think Tank Bigsby is going to be heavily involved in the Jags offense. Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Higher 3.5 receptions.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, how does he not? All right. Yeah, 3.5 receptions higher.
I watched him at the podium. He's involved in the game plan. A number of the reporters have commented the off-field friendship between him and Sam Darnold.
Well, that's what got got him going with old Matty Stafford. They ate breakfast together.
Yeah,
they hung out together.
He knows how to do it.
All right, so we got Cooper Kupp higher 3.5 catches. Now that is a little below.
That's all right.
Okay,
do something from the Colts Dolphins game.
Colts Dolphins game. I mean, I guess I'm. To me, it's I do think Ollie Gordon's interesting.
Daniel Jones is plus odds to throw a pick. I don't want to burn this because I will be bringing it up on the prop show.
Okay.
You also have are they offering they're offering fumble. That seems
Jalen Waddle. You want any part of him?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Higher 57.5 receiving yards.
The sharp maneuver would be Malik Washington. His numbers are very low.
Nick Westbrook-Akine.
Oh, you like him, but Washington's the guy.
He's the guy to play in the touchdown market.
Gadget. Yeah, let's go Waddle. You have that you got that great price on offensive player of the year.
So Cooper Kupp higher 3.5 catches. Jalen Waddle higher 57.5 receiving yards. And get in over on Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by No Vig. That's right. You're looking to get in on some action. I mean, if you're watching live, 35 plus states. A lot of states that you can get No Vig, including California, Texas, Florida, great states, Pennsylvania, New York. Shout out to the tri-state area. Since No Vig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. It is America's #1 sports prediction market. Download the No Vig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with No Vig, promo code SGPN.
And we're off. So we finished up, and once again, shout out to Colby for making the slides. Very kind of Falcons. He could have done better. I know what he's going for.
The Dirty Bird logo is pretty.
Yeah, could have done. But there's a slightly different variation that I think he could. I'm just shocked he didn't go with it. Tennessee, Denver. This almost certainly 105 into the afternoon games. There are 4 of them. 105 p.m. kickoff on the West Coast. Tennessee, Denver. This is going to be a popular one in Survivor. Denver all the way out to 7.5. I know it went out to 8, came back -440 on the money line. Tennessee plus 355. There might still be some 8s out there. 43 is the total. Cam Ward obviously is a huge wild card. I think we kind of know who Brian Callahan is, and maybe that's what's holding us back. We were burned last year by Will Levis.
Yeah,
I have no confidence their defense is going to be able to take a step forward. The only thing I can say about Tennessee is I do have some level of confidence the offensive line will take a step forward, but it was pretty bad last year.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say, if you watch Cam Ward in college, he makes a lot of fun plays, but he makes a lot of boneheaded plays. And they kind of remind you of the boneheaded plays that Will Levis was making last year. So I wonder if he can be the guy to change the culture here in Tennessee. And yeah, this Denver defense is going to be so good. It's hard to see this. It's hard to see this as an upset. Although I understand that the fact that everyone will be on it in Survivor, and it's probably, everyone will put this in their teaser. Everyone will add this to their money line parlays.
Yeah.
That's why you don't take it. Bo Nix year 2 regression. They got the tape on him now. I don't really have a good case as to why you would take the points with Tennessee. Got to see something out of this.
No,
team.
Bo Nix is. I mean, he was great last year. ATS 12-5, 8-0 as a favorite. And I would just look at the Bo Nix quarterbacks aside, and I agree with a lot of what you said. Cam Ward is a number 1 pick overall. 28 number 1 pick quarterback since the merger in 1970. In their first start, 5-22-1 straight up, 8-20 ATS. Caleb Williams, they were on quite the draft. Caleb Williams beat this Titans team. I know because we were on the Titans against Caleb Williams. He did not play well. There was a pick 6, I think a punt return for a touchdown. It was ugly. And a lot of that, yeah, I get it. They replaced their special teams coordinator, but as the great coaches say, you're either coaching it up or you're allowing it to happen. And there was just too much sloppy play last year for me. I mean, the Titans were 2-15 ATS. And I think some of that is just horrible coaching. You can throw Will Levis under the bus. Sure, he played like shit, but they did nothing to help him out. They did nothing to scheme up wins for him. And look at on the other side, Patrick Surtain is going to lock down Calvin Ridley. I'm a little skeptical of this Titans defense. I like what I've seen out of the Broncos. I like what I've seen about RJ Harvey. You bring in Evan Ingram, I think they're going to use as a weapon, and the Broncos offensive line right up there with the Eagles as far as best offensive line in the league. And you're playing at elevation and you can control the ball. I think Broncos historically have done well ATS in those first couple weeks when guys aren't fully in shape. Sure, you can prepare for it as much as you want, but ultimately I think I like Cam Ward. I just the Callahan, the situation, everything else, I think is a tough spot. So if Cam Ward is the truth and completely lights it up and beats the Broncos, I will give him a ton of respect because I think this is a brutal. I mean, could you think of a harder spot to make your debut as a quarterback?
We did discuss how Sean Payton has had some early season struggles. Yeah.
Historically, especially in New Orleans, he was very bad ATS those first 2 weeks.
Probably explainable. I think the difference here, like what's stopping this from being a 10-point spread? Is it that we just don't know yet? I mean, if the projections on the Broncos are accurate and the projections on the Titans are accurate, why is this the same as the Cowboys Eagles game? Why is this basically the same as the Cardinals Saints game? To me, if you're saying the Titans are going to be one of the worst teams, just like the Saints, and the Cardinals probably worse than the Broncos, that's already to 10.
Well, I mean, Saints Cardinals, Saints are at home. There's a
well, I'm adjusting. I'm saying that's a 10-point spread if it's being played in Arizona, or at least close to it. And
yeah, so I think there's some respect, I guess, for the unknown of the number 1 pick overall at quarterback.
A guy who wouldn't have been the number 1 pick if he wasn't a quarterback. Again, Giants getting the best player in the draft at 3, pretty wild. I'm laying it.
Yeah, give me the Broncos laying the 7.5. It's chalky as hell, but
we're gonna be pissed off when Cam Ward proves us wrong. But he's gonna have to prove us wrong.
I liked him at Incarnate Ward. I like him. I'm just skeptical of what they have going around him, and I love the Broncos this year.
Next up, San Francisco 49ers head to Seattle to take on Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Another 105 kick on the West Coast. San Francisco -2.5, -145 on the money line. Seattle +125. 43 is the total. I'll run back my you take the 2.5. You don't lay it when it's convenient to use for me. This San Francisco team has been banged up all build up with the exception of Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy. Seattle, a little bit of a cluster injury in the receiver room. Jake Bobo in the concussion protocol, and Torrey Horton is on his way back, but it doesn't seem. It seems like he could miss. This is a tricky game to me. Great 49ers logo, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube. This is a tricky one for me because Seattle, I don't want to be fooled by Seattle trying really hard in the preseason, blitzing, doing all this fun stuff. But I don't know what to think about this Niners offense. And everything I've seen is Mike McDonald has rebuilt this defense in his design, and they seem to be getting it. I can't speak to the offense. Sam Darnold, obviously a scary component here.
Yeah. It's always scary.
Did play for Robert Saleh, I believe. Maybe there's some overlap there.
Yeah, it's always scary taking Sam Darnold here, but I do think Seattle is the side. Jawan Jennings did. They figured out some sort of contract bonus for him.
He's healthy.
And now all of a sudden he's jogging around out there.
Good for him.
I don't think he's going to hit the ground running. Props wise, Pearsall, Kittle, and McCaffrey, I think are going to be tough guys to fade. Pearsall, I like season long stuff, but looking on the other side, Seahawks pounding the rock. Now Fred Warner is healthy, but they lost to Funga, they lost Greenlaw. I'm kind of more, I think the 49ers offense will be okay. I'm kind of more worried about the 49ers defense. And then just going back to the home division dogs, 23-7 ATS. I think that's another reason to kind of hop on them. Seahawks historically have been good as home dogs, 22-11. Now I'm just skeptical of Sam Darnold in general, and the 49ers in some ways have more continuity, which I like week 1, but they're a road favorite. So I don't know if this 49ers team deserves to be a road favorite. I think power rankings, these teams are closer to even than 49ers being a decent favorite. And I still think Seattle has a home field. I don't know, Ryan, does your model have it at 2.5 or 3? But I still think they have a decent home edge. So what, you would make this 4 or 5 on a neutral? I just don't see that. I think maybe San Francisco's a point or 2 better on a neutral, but even that I think is stretching it. I got to see some flow out of this 49ers offense. Now maybe McCaffrey runs all over him, but I will take Seattle here as the home dog plus 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, he went. Darnold went 268 and 2 touchdowns last year against the Niners. For what it's worth, I'm also on Seattle. This is a great teaser leg. Maybe not actually. Detroit heads to Green Bay for game number 3 in the late window. Perhaps America's game of the week. Plus, or 125 kick on the West Coast. Green Bay laying 2.5, minus 130 on the money line. Detroit plus 110. 47.5 is the total, and Micah Parsons is on the Packers. Colby went deep with the logos.
Oh wow, these
for
are
both of these
school
teams. You've maybe if there's a good chance that you will tune into the YouTube and you may have watched football your entire life and never seen these logos. This game gave me the most time to think about, I feel like, but in the end, I came to the conclusion that I just don't like this Packers team. I think this Micah Parsons thing is weird. I think when you're playing a physical Detroit team, you might want Kenny Clark on that defensive line, not an epiduraled up Micah Parsons, like the Cowboys fans are saying. He wasn't even that good on their defense. I think Jordan Love, all systems go with the thumb, but Jared Goff, guy starts fast, and I think you want to talk about Dan Campbell with a chip on his shoulder. Everyone's telling him he can't do it without his assistants. You mean the assistants that he created? I'm all over the Lions here. This is another game I'm switching from the way too early.
Yeah, I'm fading guys who need an epidural. Now Campbell hasn't been great as a dog historically, but he is 4-0 ATS in week 1. Jared Goff, a perfect 8-0. Dan Campbell also started the seasons very well, 11-3 ATS.
We do have a doctor in the chat.
Okay. Dick Puncher, who is a Packers fan / doctor. Mike just has a minor joint thing in his back. His discs are all fine. The initial MRI came back fine. The second opinion came back fine. So he's probably fine long term, but I don't know if it's a new system. It didn't seem like he was. Even Schottenheimer said he's going to need a ramp up period.
Yeah.
And the Packers have the Commanders on at Thursday night, which is kind of a little bit of a look ahead spot. I do like the Detroit Lions stewing all offseason after getting their asses kicked at home. Jared Goff outdoors, you never like, but it's a balmy summer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably humid. I mean, giant bugs up there.
Detroit is new OC and new DC. To your point, they're guys in house. Eagles did that in 2023 with disastrous results. But yeah, ultimately I'm gonna go back to the division dog team angle, and I think also, especially for this game, obviously long term, the Packers, it was a great idea to trade for Micah Parsons, but in the short term, not having Kenny Clark out there and maybe not having Micah Parsons fully up to speed
matters against the Lions.
Could hurt against a team like the Lions, who are going to pound the fucking rock. Yeah, give me Detroit plus 2.5.
Packers could start 0-2 with the knee biter trend going into that Thursday night game.
Oh yeah.
Game number 4 in the late window, 125 on the West Coast. The Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Rams -3, -160 on the money line. Houston plus 140. 43.5 is the total. This leaked in a little bit with the news of Mr. Stafford's back, and now it's kind of gotten back to where it should be. Certainly some questions on the offensive line. CJ Stroud, quote, "The one thing I'm proud of with this group is their dogs. Everyone up there loves to play." Those are two things you say when you don't have anything else nice to say about them. This is a great challenge for us. They know that. They're preparing. D'Amico Ryan's on the offensive line. I'm tired of talking about it. It's time to go out and play. Let's see how R5 matches up against a really good defensive line. Already complimenting the defensive line of the Rams because your offensive line is kind of trash.
Oh, come
Christian
on.
Kirk not practicing.
Come on.
Braxton Berrios not practicing. Offensive tackle Cam Robinson is banged up. This is an offensive line they completely revamped. The offense play caller, everything has changed. Why do people think they're going to come out and look good against this very good Rams defense? And Stafford's healthy. This is kind of like the Tua handicap. As long as Stafford's healthy, this offense is going to be very, very, very good.
But you just said for Micah Parsons,
What?
he has to take an epidural all season, and
Yeah.
Matt Stafford has to take an epidural before this game.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah,
That's different.
yeah, you're getting tackled.
Oh, sure, but a dynamic pass rusher, I think, is going to be more impacted by mobility issues than a quarterback. I mean,
I don't know about that.
We've watched Phillip Rivers play without an ACL. I'm just saying, if I'm grading,
Yeah, but also it wasn't his back. Like your back is involved in your throwing motion.
sure, but he's fine.
Is he?
He's fine.
I don't agree with that.
Okay,
I don't think he's fine. I am smashing the Houston Texans.
really?
Yeah. And you want to talk about offensive line issues, and I agree with a lot of what you said. I do think the Texans' new offensive line certainly has a bunch of questions. I kind of think the Tunsil thing is addition by subtraction. Judging from people I talked to close to the situation, I'm a little, I think backing the Texans, I'm worried about the Rams defensive line against the Texans offensive line, but I don't think Matt Stafford is healthy, and I think I don't think he's going to be 100%. I don't think the offense is going to be completely in sync. I think that would be a huge ask. How can he have much chemistry with?
He's been in the system for a while. He's played with Puka for a while.
Him and Puka, yeah. But what about
Devontae Adams of that?
Devontae Adams. I don't know if you hit the ground running with Devontae Adams, especially against a very good Texans secondary. And I think that Texans defense is very good. And the Rams left tackle Alaric Jackson dealing with blood clots. It does sound like he's going to play, but it doesn't sound like he got a lot of work in the season. And this Rams team in general has started very slow these past couple of seasons. They're a very old veteran team that takes a little bit to get worked up. They've closed strong in the regular season, go on little runs in the playoffs, but they don't start out incredibly hot. So I will take the Houston Texans getting the 3 points. I think this is going to be a close game.
Maybe we'll see. All right.
Kramer's on the Rams.
I'm on the Rams laying the 3. I mean, again, I think as long as Stafford is playing, this team is going to look pretty good on offense. And I'm not buying CJ Stroud in that revamped offense. Sunday Night Football. Somehow the Baltimore. This is a great game, by the way. 5:20 on the West Coast. Baltimore Ravens head to Buffalo. Not cold yet. Bills are home dogs, Sean. They're +1, +100 on the money line. Ravens -120. 50.5 is the total. It's kind of a cop out handicap, but isn't this just take the dogs?
Yeah, I mean,
whichever team is the dog, probably. Like 3 or more for.
I think the Bills have a pretty good home edge, and making them a home dog, I think, is pretty disrespectful. I could see Sean McDermott using that as bulletin board material, inspiring in the same way that certain foreign agents were inspired to commit horrific acts.
Did you see the memes on the internet of if Arch Manning was flying the planes and the plane just flew by the building?
Yeah.
That's
the Bills. I think the Ravens certainly want revenge. The Ravens usually succeed in the regular season and blow it in the playoffs. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if that's what happened. The Bills are slightly banged up, but
at the cornerback position too. Which
the secondary for the Bills is a little suspect. And in that playoff game, the Ravens didn't have Zay Flowers, so Lamar hitting the ground running, making some big throws down the field could be interesting. Shakir, who I was skeptical of,
he's back.
Yeah, playing through the high ankle sprain. But on the defensive side, Joey Bosa, who I'm skeptical is going to make it through an entire season, but he's ready to go. Rousseau, I think, is going to be very interesting for this Ravens team. And with Matt Milano healthy in the playoff game, they did a good job of slowing down Derrick Henry. To me, ultimately, it just comes down to making the Buffalo Bills a home dog. You have the MVP in Josh Allen. I don't think you can make Josh Allen a home dog. I get it. Harbaugh's a good coach. Lamar Jackson, great regular season quarterback, but I got to take the home dog here. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm also taking the home team almost regardlessly. A couple notes.
Regardlessly.
Yeah. Regardlessly. Keon Coleman, apparently he popped up unexpectedly on the injury report with a groin, but more importantly on the Ravens side, fullback Pat Ricard.
Ooh, I did see that
calf injury. He's kind of a big deal to their offense. I'm sure Lamar will be fine, but yeah, it's very disrespectful to have the Ravens lay points in this one, in my mind. Last one, Monday Night Football, another division matchup: Vikings, Bears, and the Vikings led by rookie quarterback JJ McCarthy. Minus 1.5, minus 125.
He was virtually a part of the team last year.
That's fine. He's virtually a rookie. Plus 105 for the Bears. 44 is the total. I can't lay. I'm not laying. I have to see JJ. Now, could they come out, be a bit more of a power running team? They brought in Jordan Mason. They bulked up the offensive line. Brian Flores in the defense. Maybe they get after Caleb Williams. All of that could be true. I'm going to have to see it first.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to see it. And I kind of do believe that this Bears offense will, they won't be horrible in this spot, considering it's a Brian Flores. Like the floor is pretty low for what they can do. Home dog spot, love it in a teaser leg, Sean.
Well, if you did consider JJ McCarthy a rookie, you'd be worried about rookie quarterbacks who started week 1, 8-21 straight up since 1970. Now you also
he's
throw
not a rookie, Sean.
You also throw in the divisional dog aspect. I've mentioned this a couple times. 23-7 ATS since 2010. I am just looking to fade JJ McCarthy here on the road in a hostile environment. Soldier Field is going to be fired up for this game. It's going to be an electric environment. Bears fans are going to be shotgunning, getting liquored up, getting drunk and rowdy. And now you have a dome team outdoors week 1, and Ben Johnson did pretty well against Brian Flores defense. I get it. Maybe they don't have the complete offense figured out. I just am a little skeptical. Justin Jefferson coming off a hamstring issue, didn't get a practice a ton with JJ McCarthy, didn't get a play with him in the preseason. Jordan Addison has missed out. They signed our buddy Adam Thielen kind of last second because they thought they needed help at the quarterback position.
Yeah. Also, it seems like Adam Thielen is like planning this like a woman's pregnancy or something. This is last year. He wants to. He's from Minnesota. He wants to end it there. So yeah, I mean, I wonder how useful he's going to be this year.
Now, certainly, I get it. It's the Bears, but it's the Bears early, and how can you make the Minnesota Vikings road favorites? It just doesn't make sense.
Let's go in a time machine.
Yeah,
back to last year. The Bears could have drafted JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
they didn't. The Commanders could have drafted JJ McCarthy. They didn't.
No.
Patriots could have drafted JJ McCarthy. They didn't. The Falcons.
No.
The Broncos, and no one did. But now this year, after not playing,
he's way.
It's like the magic touch. Daniel Jones is fixed. JJ McCarthy is all of a sudden better than these guys that were drafted above him.
Caleb Williams had his struggles, but he got his rookie year out of the way, and now he's year 2 as a starter. I like
this one a lot.
Yeah, this is a smash spot for me. I love the Bears here as home dogs. It's just JJ McCarthy should not be a road favorite. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this roster is incredible and he just carves them up left and right. And I'll happily tip my hat to rookie quarterbacks who just own teams on the road. I'm skeptical of it, and he might end up being good. He might end up being good later on in the season. I mean, just look at those first 5 games are incredibly tough for a rookie quarterback trying to get in a flow, trying to get in a routine. I'm pulling. I don't have any hair left, Brian, but if I did, I'd be pulling it out.
Okay.
Why is JJ McCarthy a road favorite? Please, someone tell me.
Yeah, it's a bad number. They really love Kevin O'Connell. Is just, as the kids say, he's got that riz.
He does have that riz. All right, time for our lock, dog, and tease. Brought to you by MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Kramer, we got the lock, dog, tease, bonus lock. We also have the Circa Million. We have 2 survivor entries. So
I may have added a row if we wanted to do it. You've been kicking around the idea of a third lock. Now that would make us have 6 locks, which we only have 5 spots on the circuit card.
Okay.
Fun dynamic.
Ask the audience, see if they want a third lock.
All right, so I'll start giving out my locks, and if the chat says they want a third lock,
they might be happy with 2 locks each.
Yeah, they might think that's enough.
Kramer, first lock. What do you got?
Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
These are the tickets there. Vegas Raiders lock number 2.
Ooh, loss at 2.5. Okay.
Plus 2.5. A dog. I think we have to do it right off the bat. Give me the Giants on the money line. Abdul Carter, fucking good. Malik Neighbors, gonna have a hell of a game. Teaser. Broncos minus 1.5.
Okay, Ryan, the chat is weighing in. They want the third lock.
They do want
Broncos minus 1.5.
Let me finish my fucking teaser first, please. Broncos minus 1.5. Eagles. No, we're gonna leave Thursday night out of it. That was a good strategy last year. We're gonna go Dolphins plus 7.5, and we're gonna just It's not actually, of course, Lions plus 8.5.
Detroit plus 8.5. And for your bonus lock, Ryan,
I'll put my money where my mouth is. Rams minus 3.
Okay. All right, for me, first lock. You got to take Miami. We're going to be on the Fins. Big here. I mean, fading Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones doesn't win a lot of football games. We can get complicated, or we can
actually.
Keep
What am I doing? Quick update. I apologize, Sean. Get the Rams out of there.
Okay.
What are we doing?
What are you putting there?
The year of the Jags. Jags minus 3.5.
How did you not have Jags?
I don't know. Just trying to not lock them up.
Okay. Of course, I'm taking the Miami Dolphins.
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
Feeling very confident with them. Let's see. What are the some of the other plays I like? It's a lot of stuff I'm firing on here, Ryan.
Well, I mean, this shouldn't be this hard. We've been thinking about that. I had like 5 or 6. If I was doing my own circa entry, this would be the easiest week ever.
Well, there's a lot of stuff I really enjoy, and that I'm close. It's always debating the locks. All right, for my other lock, give me the Chicago Bears plus 1.5. I've been pounding the table, fading the Chicago Bears and JJ McCarthy all off season. I got to stick to my guns. I do like your Giants minus 6.5. I do think the Chiefs. You know what? Yeah, fuck the Chargers. Fuck Justin Herbert. Give me the Chiefs. Laying the 3 for my dog. I like the Atlanta Falcons. Give me Atlanta on the money line for my tease. And I do think the Eagles smash, but I don't need to toss them in there. Denver down to 1.5. Detroit up to 8.5. Good tease there, Ryan. And yeah, Buffalo up to 7. If they
I missed that one.
They lose by double digits at home. That's pretty shocking.
Very good.
So for our Circa Million card, Cleveland,
yeah,
plus 5.5. Miami plus 1.5. Raiders plus 2.5.
Yes.
Chicago plus 1.5. And then we have to pick one of our favorites, Jags or Chiefs.
Do we want to play a weekday game?
I'm not scared of weekday games.
I'll let you have the first. Since the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Okay, thank you.
I'll give you the pick. Do you want to play the Jags or the Chiefs?
God hates Jags, so I'm a little nervous about that. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs laying the 3.
Kolb in the chat saying locking the Chiefs is a war crime. Unclear why. All right, Survivor.
Yes. Broncos.
Well, we already
Yeah, if you listen, you can go back and listen to the Survivor episode. We mapped out our entire path and Broncos week 1.
Do we have that printed out somewhere? We have to find that.
Yeah. No, tune into the episode. Still plenty of time to check it out. Fun walking through the entire thing. I'm high on the Broncos overall. It's a fate of a rookie quarterback on the road. That to me is as simple as it gets.
I just wanted to print out a copy for us, so we didn't forget. When we get to the end, it might be hard to remember. And then Survivor. All right, so what are we just gonna do it?
Yeah, I think for our second Survivor entry, give us the Miami Dolphins.
Done. Boom.
I get it. They're a dog, but I mean, if we're really trying to win $1 million plus, I mean, again, Circa's up to 15 million guaranteed. If we're really trying to get in that pot, you got to live dangerously a little bit, I think. And this is nice. We have the Broncos, which is a safe entry, and maybe the Titans shock the world. If we lose the Broncos entry, but we win on the Dolphins, I think we're going to be probably sitting
that might be plus EV.
And when else would we use the Dolphins? I don't think there's a bunch of good spots.
No.
Is there any other teams you're considering? The Cardinals, maybe?
Cardinals, but no. I like this.
Yeah. And
maybe the Steelers.
Dan Jones. Fuck Daniel Jones.
Yeah, let's just Steelers or Dolphins are the 2 fun plays this week.
Yeah, come on.
Let's go.
All right, so our Survivor plays, Bronco and Dolphins are circa $1 million. Browns plus 5.5. Miami plus 1.5. Raiders plus 2.5. The Bears plus 1.5, and the Chiefs lay in the 3. We both like Giants and Falcons. I like on the money line. I do like the Giants plus 6 as well. I'm surprised you didn't use that as one of your choices, Ryan.
Why? When I can use them on the money line? They're playing the Commanders Redskins football team.
There you go. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Big congrats to Brendan Smith on winning the phrase that pays. Yeah. If you're listening to this, Brendan, hit us up. We will email you whatever email you submitted the form. It's awesome that we are back. Shout out to the chat. You guys killed it. Cannot wait for the rest of the season. We are doing a early edition of the prop show because we're flying out to Vegas tomorrow. So if you're watching, listening live, we will be there bright and early, 8:30 Pacific. So got to eat, get to bed, and wake up and do the prop show with you and CJ. And the incorrect time. It is 8:30 a.m. not 8:30 p.m. If you're watching live, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. And cannot wait to be. If you're going to be out in Vegas, we're going to be there Thursday to Monday. Come say hi. We got hats, we got lighters. Always down for a firm handshake, couple cocktails, having a great time. Still time to get in the free roll football contest, up to $4,000 if you're in Patreon, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/free roll, and our NFL Survivor, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. The National Football League is back. Let's go, baby.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean. Second, the Money Greenies, Ryan.
Dexter Lawrence, belly flop, Jaden Daniels.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution.